Black Panther was alright. What do you want me to say? That it's a classic? That it's gonna be a transcendental experience? That it's gonna be Avengers level? No, I don't even think that. If you look at the tomato meter, it's at 98% as of the time of this recording. But if you look at the average critic score, you know, the number that actually matters, it's an 8.3, which I could say for the most part, I agree with. I think this is a solid 8. So with that out of the way, let's get right to it. As you know, I peruse internet culture, aficionado, as it were. This isn't the movie's fault, I blame the internet, but for the first, 20 minutes, I was thinking of Ugandan Knuckles.
Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
Do you know the way?
You don't know the way.
You want to hear a joke?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me a joke.
Pulled me over and said freeze with a gun. He put a gun towards me and said freeze. I said I never freeze. And then I walked away. I never freeze.
What? Everyone was thinking it. I just said it, okay? Everyone else was thinking it. Probably. Does that make me racist? It's in Africa, right? Oh, thank God. Congrats, Ryan Coogler! The accent is authentic! Isn't it also weird that the Wakandans are talking in English when they have a perfectly African language? What the fuck is up with that?
For this particular role is, you know how comedians, how you guys will, you do a small comedy club before you do the big show.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. It's for the audience. It's hard to read subtitles. I get that. Black Panther takes place a week after T'Chaka's death, and his son, T'Challa, takes his place as rightful ruler of Wakanda. The conflict is kicked off when Ulysses Claw, along with an accomplice, steals some vibranium, and this leads to a chain of events that not only places Wakanda in danger, but the world. Who will win this conflict? Will Black Panther realize he has to be a good guy to be a good king? Is Killmonger right? We actually know the answer because he's already in Avengers Infinity War.
Engage all defenses and get this man a shield.
Spoiler that shit! Like I said earlier, I really enjoyed the movie. What really moved the story forward was the acting of everyone. The standouts to me were Okoye, the general, who's badass.
Hi.
And M'Baku, who's also a badass and funny, which is always a bonus. I know this. The being funny part, not being a badass. And there's a really good contrast between Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan. And you need this because their conflict is what drives the climax of the movie, not only on an action level, but also on a philosophical level. Everything was shot well. I'd expect nothing less from the guy that made Creed, one of the best films of all time. There's a visual metaphor that I liked. It's simple, but the execution was pretty brilliant. And you'll know it when you see it. That's not to say the shots were all perfect. There was this one scene near the end of the movie that really annoyed me, and that's gonna be spoilers, so I'm gonna discuss that at that section. I don't even think it's Ryan Coogler's fault because it's CG, so fuck those guys that made it. And I really can't discuss the movie further without spoilers, so this is spoiler discussion time. I do think you should watch it. I like the main conflict of the movie. Should we share what we have with the rest of the world? The two characters really have the same issue. Killmonger and T'Challa actually want to share the wealth, as it were. But Killmonger just wants to use it for revenge, and T'Challa wants to use it to help people. The problem I have with Killmonger was that his motivations feel flat. From what I gathered from the movie, Killmonger read the book when he was younger, and that motivated him enough to carry on his father's legacy. After seeing his dead body, kinda like Batman, only evil. But I think he could have handled the conflict better, that is the isolationist position of Wakanda versus the legitimate grievances Killmonger had, if you show us the backstory some more, or at least more of Killmonger. Know what I'm saying? It would have been more powerful if you show us that his position can be legit. And don't get upset if you're watching this, guys from America. But you should assume that your audience doesn't know where your character is coming from. It's a big leap from I want to avenge my father's death to I'm gonna subjugate every guy that has oppressed black people. That's a big leap. The way Killmonger was talking about it, it was more than just avenging his dad. What else did he experience? What else did he see while he was growing up? The United States is politically charged right now. Racism, Black Lives Matter. So it's easy for you guys to fill in the blanks.
Officer needs assistance, possible 187 at corner of Crenshaw and Century.
They shot my brother! They shot my brother!
Something more tragic could have happened with Killmonger. Something he realized when he was growing up as a kid in Oakland. And we may never know, it just hints at it. And it's a missed opportunity.
Why is it that there's a gun shop on almost every corner in this community?
Why?
Tell you why. For the same reason that there's a liquor store on almost every corner in the black community. Why? They want us to kill ourselves. You go out to Beverly Hills, you don't see that shit.
And then you waste Killmonger by killing the character off. That's not how you make a franchise work. You know Thor, right? 60% of that franchise is because of Thor and Loki. You also killed Claw. What the fuck are you doing? There was this problem T'Challa had problem in the film, like his dad telling him a good man does not necessarily make a good king. And he never really has that problem in the movie. Because him being a good man is the solution to becoming a good king. Because the kings that went before him ignored all the problems and didn't see how they could create a monster like Killmonger. And lastly, the lead into the fight between Killmonger and T'Challa was so terrible. It's like they ran out of budget. Look at this scene.
Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me. Fuck you and all your expectations. I don't even want your congratulations.
And compare it to this. It's like it was made by a different team, if you ask me. Oh, I remember these graphics from the classic Black Panther game. Oh boy, I remember my childhood fondly. It's annoying because it's the final fight. It's supposed to be the climactic battle, and you suddenly give us bad CGI. It's not good. It's distracting. Now let's move on to...
Dread it. Run from it.
I thought there was gonna be the soul gem in the movie because they haven't shown that yet. And the Ugandan plane looks like it could be powered by the soul gem. From its, I'm just guessing from the name, it probably is a connection to heaven or something like that. Or at the very least,
I see dead people.
But they did say that the vibranium came from the sky. It's a big thing that hasn't been mined totally. So maybe Thanos goes there because, hey, the soul gem is the core of the vibranium. That's where the shit goes down. That's it for now, guys. Leave your comments below. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell for notifications. Unless you want Claw to come back from the dead and take away your precious. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.